you know, if it's a total epic fail, then, you know, just stay around for the next one, because I'm sure it'll be just as bad. Hi everybody. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. My name is Mandy, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about my life. I started the channel because I'm tired of not feeling like I can trust people online. I want my channel to be dedicated to eating healthy, to living healthy, to lowering your stress, to being able to live with autoimmune conditions. I've been diagnosed with autoimmune arthritis, and you know, I deal with that daily. I have for years. And being able to balance life and work, and being a business owner, working with my hands, being a creative, you know, there are a lot of things that don't slow down when you're faced with some kind of illness. So you know, I love working for myself. I pay for my own health care. I pay for everything on my own, and it requires me to work really hard to maintain that independence, and that's something I don't want to give up. So I poured myself a glass of Chardonnay, and I'm gonna get this thing started. First thing, I'll talk about my autoimmune condition, and I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis back in January, so it's now October. I've had problems for probably since 2012, and I had gotten an MRI because I was having sciatic pain, and it showed some changes on the MRI in my lower spine, so it's like L5, S1 or whatever, and then also some changes in my sacroiliac joints, which at the time I wasn't having any pain from, or I didn't think I was. So I wasn't really sure what that meant. Then I changed insurance. I had a day job at the time. I worked for the state government, and my insurance was really good. But I changed it to Kaiser Permanente, which is who I still have. And so I felt like maybe it was because I was on my feet all the time, or I sat weird at my desk, or something, that I was getting this back pain. So I was getting low back pain. I was also getting pain kind of in my shoulders and in my neck. Wasn't really getting any of my questions answered at the doctor. So kind of slowly over time, it got worse. And then in 2013, 14, I wanted to, you know, work for myself. I wanted to pursue my bridal makeup career, and I wanted to work on, you know, commercials and short films and music videos and other stuff that wasn't just bridal makeup. My cat wants out. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I put my cat out. You'll probably see her when she wanders back in here. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I wanted to pursue my wedding makeup career, and I noticed over time that my back was getting even worse, and I was getting a lot more fatigue. Once I completed esthetician school, I started doing eyelash extensions, and worked for myself at a salon, had a lot of clientele, but I was finding that I was working like 6 or 7 days a week, and it was just like taking a huge toll on me. I got out of esthetician school, I started working for myself. That was all very stressful, and my back was so bad to the point where I couldn't even walk to the bathroom. I'd come home from a long day of doing weddings, and I would physically not be able to walk. And so I started to go to the doctor again for it, and wasn't getting any of my questions answered. So this is probably like 2016-ish. And then at that time, I decided to go into training for permanent makeup. So yes, I do microblading, I do permanent eyebrows and eyeliner. You know, that's what I do now. Primarily, I don't even really do a ton of makeup anymore. And I just decided that I would just have to stop doing stuff that flared it up. And one of the things that flared it up was wedding makeup. So at the end of 2017, I decided to stop doing wedding makeup because I could no longer stand up when I would get home. My husband had to carry me to the bathroom on a couple occasions because I physically could not walk. It was like the pain was above my butt, and I knew that it had to be my sacroiliac joints. And since I had had an MRI, you know, 6 years prior, 5 years prior, that said there was degeneration in the sacroiliac joints. I just figured it couldn't get better and heal itself over time. It had to have been getting worse. So I knew the pain was in the sacroiliac joints. I didn't know what was causing it. So in the end of 2017, I decided that was going to be the last time I did wedding makeup. And towards the end of 2017, I started to get some pain in the joints in my hands. And I went to my primary doctor, and she said that they did an x-ray. She said the x-ray was normal, but she wanted to send me to a hand specialist anyway to see if there was something else that like they weren't seeing. And he goes, well, I don't think, you know, poking around on your hands, I don't think it's any problem with your tendon. I thought it was like a work-related thing, overuse. So he said, I think you have this form of inflammatory arthritis called psoriatic arthritis. And then he goes, do you ever have back pain? I about fell out of my chair. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, is there a hidden camera here somewhere? Because all I ever have is back pain all day long. I'm dying. I can't walk sometimes. So I was like blown away that I had been going to Kaiser doctors for like 5 or 6 years, and none of them had ever thought to put 2 and 2 together that I could have psoriatic arthritis. Anyway, this doctor who I had never met before, hand specialist, is the one who pretty much diagnoses me. And he goes, well, I can't formally diagnose you. I have to get you a referral to a rheumatologist. So he gives me a referral to the rheumatologist. It's like a whole nother month. I'll have to wait to get into her. So this is now January. And I go into the rheumatologist, and she does x-rays on my hands and my feet and my back. And she was like, yeah, so you have psoriatic arthritis, and you know, it's pretty advanced, so we have to put you on one of these medications, the biologic medications. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I have this? Part of me was like super stoked that like I had a diagnosis, and the other part of me was like, oh fuck, I have a diagnosis. Like, this is something I have to live with now forever, I guess. And my options for medication were, she was like, you can pick one off this list. And I chose Humira because it was the one that was, you know, every 2 weeks as opposed to every week. I had no idea what it did or, you know, what to expect from the medication. But I chose it, and she said, you know, you have to get on this right away. Your joints are, we need to protect your joints and stop further degeneration of your joints. The idea of having to give myself an injection every 2 weeks was like terrifying. And not so much the injection, but just like, this is just my life now, you know? I'd been going to the doctor for so long, made myself feel like I was crazy, and then now it's all real, and my options are medication. So I've been on Humira since March. In that time, I've kind of started to think of what's really important to me, and you know, what I feel like I can give the world to be that voice to other people who are maybe going through the same things, whether it be trying to figure out how to eat healthier or how to lower the stress in your life, how to become more of a minimalist. I feel like all of these things have helped me live my life better, and have helped kind of declutter my brain to realizing what's really important. And you know, that's what this channel is dedicated to. It's dedicated to living healthy, living with less crap in your life, having more meaningful relationships with people, being able to let go of things that are not important. And I hope you got the message that I was trying to portray, as this is my first video on the YouTubes. So I hope you enjoy, and cheers. Here's some wine. I'm trying to actually cut back on drinking wine, but I set up this whole camera system today and these lights, and you know, I felt like I needed some wine. And to make my first video, I had to unwind a little bit, so I'm drinking a glass of Chardonnay. Alright you guys, I'm gonna go find my cats because they're wandering around outside, and I'm gonna try to upload this video. So, I guess this is where I say hit subscribe and all those things that people on YouTube say. I'm trying not to be like a cheesy YouTuber, so I just want to be real. And, you know, I hope you enjoy the Anti-Influencer channel. Alright, peace out.